Hello guys, this is Red from Red's Third Dimension Gaming, and today I'm bringing you a review on SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus for Steam and PC. After being released on the PlayStation Vita in 2014, Marvelous and Tamsoft finally have brought SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus over to Steam and PC. SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus is a more serious take on the ninja schoolgirls that were introduced in SENRAN KAGURA Burst. The game has less features than the latest iteration in the series, SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus, but it is still a fun game. The game features 4 different school stories. Each plot has unique characters with hilarious dialogue.
ありがとう、イカルが。お礼におっぱいを揉んでやるよ。は？どんなお礼なんですか？細かいことはいいじゃねえか。あたいにとっては友情の握手みたいなもんさ。そんな握手お断りです。
I really like the story better than SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus because the story is more serious and is superior to that one. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like that one as much. It's more goofy, and this one's a much better, more laid out story. That one's more relaxed. In SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus, players get to revisit the sexy rivalry between the Hanzō National Academy and the Hebijo, I don't know if I'm saying that right, probably not, Clandestine Girls Academy. Others are introduced, such as the mercenary group known as Homura's Crimson Squad, the Gessen, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Gessen Girls Academy, and the new generation of Hebijo students. Sorry if I'm butchering all those names. I'm not Japanese, and I'm not the best at saying Japanese words, obviously. So don't freak out in the comments. Oh my god. The game's story is much more enjoyable than the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita's SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus. If you're in the game for the story. If you're in the game for sexual reasons, go buy the PlayStation 4 game. That is what the target audience is for that one. It could be for this one too, but that one has more sexual features than this one. My personal favorite was the Hanzō storyline. The game also features all of the DLC from the original PlayStation Vita release, but is now available as unlockable content. Players can simply buy the costumes and characters that they want with in-game cash earned through playing the game. The cast features 20 playable characters. I found majority of the girls were to my liking except for a few. There were some girls that were simply unbearable to listen to. With the large cast and multiple game narratives, players will be able to replay the game a lot. There's a lot of replayability. Gameplay is fast and looks beautiful as the game is presented in full HD and 60 frames per second. It just runs a lot more smoothly and looks nicer than the PlayStation Vita version. During scenes, the girls look better than the PlayStation 4 game, SHINOVI Versus. It looks better in the scenes, and when they have close-ups of the girls, they look better than the PlayStation 4 version. And that game is actually a later iteration of this series. This came out in 2014. It was updated for the PC. However, during the combat, SHINOVI Versus has the advantage graphic. In battle sequences, the graphics look more vivid, but still muddier than the PlayStation 4 iteration of the series. I'm talking about Shinovi right here. Shinovi looks a lot more colorful, the colors pop, but it's still a muddier graphical game than SHINOVI Versus when comparing those environments to these environments. The controls were changed a little bit so that it could match a mouse and keyboard, but plugging in a PlayStation 4 controller made this game feel far more superior over its Vita counterpart. Costume break, a decent amount of skills, and transformations have all returned to combat. One problem I did experience with combat is it doesn't seem to be an option to block an enemy in the middle of or at any time during an onslaught of attacks. Once you're in an attack, you're pretty much screwed unless you can dodge out of it, which kind of sucks because I failed a lot because I couldn't get out of it. And sometimes block will work, it usually doesn't when you're in the middle of getting attacked. Once I got the hang of it, I was dodging a lot more and kicking a lot more butt, but it's still very hard. Once you start getting hit, it's so hard to get out of it. Online combat has returned to the game, but I have yet to even test it since every time I tried finding people, there was no one online. And you think that Marvelous would have sent out more review copies than just me, unless people just didn't even try out the online. Come on, people, you gotta get online so I can review the online, otherwise I can't review it. If it's anything like the PlayStation 4 version with constant dropouts, and it was a pain in the butt on PlayStation 4. I'm telling you that right now. That's why I lowered the score. I think that's why people were like, oh, you gave it a 7.5. The reason why I gave it that was because of online, and there's minor little other problems. But the online was one of the big reasons I dropped it, because it's fun, but there's constant problems on the PlayStation 4. It'll randomly kick you out of the game when you're almost done with a survival mode. I don't know how this game is on PC yet. If it's anything like that iteration of the game on PS4, then yeah, it's not going to be fun. I would lower my score if any of you play the online and have this problem. That score would get lowered, but I wasn't able to test that. There are 3 online game modes: Deathmatch, Strip Battle, and Understorm. Deathmatch is a straight out brawl mode. Strip Battle is a mode where you try to unclothe your opponents. And Understorm is a panty raid mode. You will have to race to gather the most panties, bras, and such that fall from the sky. These modes were fun on PlayStation Vita, but I would love to have found players online to see how they were on PC. Customization returns with hardly anything to equip your character from the start. Unlocking costumes is easy. All players have to do is simply play the game to unlock new costumes and accessories. Players also earn money that allows them to purchase costumes too. The PlayStation 4 iteration of the series has more options when it comes to sexually abusing your characters, but I found this game's unlocking and lottery system better than SENRAN Versus. The lottery is a store edition where you can either spend a large or small amount of your money to unlock random items. Overall, SENRAN KAGURA SHINOVI Versus is a far superior version of the PlayStation Vita version, but it still lacks in some of its components. The game looks fantastically better from its 60 frames per second smooth gameplay. I haven't noticed any drops at all, to its nicer looking character models. The story is superior to other games in the franchise, and PC gamers can finally get their hands on it. Perverts might not enjoy this one as much as the PlayStation 4 iteration because of less sexual features, such as the shake weight, which I should have uploaded that gameplay because you guys seem to like it in my live streams. But I wouldn't discourage anyone from buying it for that, since modders will get their hands on this game and they will do whatever they want. So this game's gonna have a bunch of modders putting out stuff. So don't you worry, perverts, you're safe in this one. Overall, I give this game an 8.5 out of 10. Gameplay isn't perfect, but the game is greatly improved over the PlayStation Vita version. It has many great narratives in the game, and it's just really fun. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you'd like to buy the game and help support my channel, it's $29.99. You get 10% off the first week that the game's out. And if you use the link in the description below, you can go buy a Steam card and help support my channel. And then you can go ahead on the Steam, buy the game with the Steam card. If you'd like to read my full written review, you can head on over to my blog, which is also in a link in my description below. And if you'd like to see old Vita gameplay, I have a little bit, I think, up. Probably not much. I'm gonna have a comparison video as well, so you can go check that out. And I will have more for the PC version because I'm really enjoying it. And if you guys enjoy it, I'll keep uploading it. So keep liking those videos, keep giving them watches, share them around. Share this video around. So with all that said, thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, and comment below. See video.
なんてこと